This morning on Connecticut's news station, a community is in mourning after a crash took the life of one teenager and put 4 other teens in the hospital. We're still piecing together what exactly happened in Woolton.
And the outpouring of love continues for a Connecticut trooper killed in the line of duty. All across the state, people of all backgrounds and ages coming together to support his family.
Also, another high-profile trial is set to begin, this time in Delaware. Jury selection gets underway today in the first of 2 trials against the president's son, Hunter Biden.
All local, all morning. This is Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Good Monday morning. We hope you had a great weekend. We're glad to start off your new week with us here at Fox 61 and Fox 61 Plus, America Areas.
And I'm Tim Lammers. We've got the whole team here, Rachel and Matt. Good morning to both of you. How was your weekend?
Good morning. My weekend was pretty good.
Yeah.
Spent it all outside.
Yeah, as well you should have.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
I know.
Great.
Check out that behind us. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, waiting for that sun to come up. That's a
Gorgeous.
beautiful shot there,
Gorgeous.
Matt.
Yeah.
And it's going to be good, at least a good start to the week, right?
Yeah, I have no problem with it. I mean, it's nice. It looks a little cloudy. It looks a little unsettled, but don't worry about that. We're going
Who
to
else
get
had a cookout over the weekend? I feel like everybody did, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I think that was by law. You had to. Yeah. You know, if the temperature hits a certain level in June, you go, okay. Take the burgers outside. That's exactly what we did. Good morning to you. Good to have you along. A couple clouds out there, but still fair weather for the most part. It's a warm forecast that leads to warmer down the line. We're going to look for some storms back into the picture. Right now, you got some unsettled clouds out there, but in terms of rainfall, maybe 1 or 2 drips holding over into Sharon, over into Washington Depot. You can probably count the raindrops. We're not talking much. A bigger picture showing you really not much to be concerned with. A little rain down over southwestern Virginia, and that's it. Live look at Groton again. Sun's poking through the clouds. 65 degrees is not a bad start. Hartford's got the same deal. The sunshine looking awfully angelic, heavenly as it comes through those thicker clouds. 65 degrees with the dew point. That's up there now. Remember last week it was pretty low. Well, now it's starting to turn up that moisture content a little bit. Mostly sunny skies, though. Nice day, though. After school, 86 degrees, I think by law on the Monday, 86, yeah. You got to have dinner outside again. We'll talk about when the rain is going to stop those plans. There is some in the 7-day. We'll talk about it coming up. 6:02, first time I get to say good morning to Rachel Piscatelli. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Matt. Hope you had a good weekend.
I did.
Good. It is looking pretty good out on the roads. We only have about 3 areas of road work still out there this morning. That's going to be over in Southington and Waterbury. Otherwise, we had a long stretch of Route 2 starting in Marlboro on that westbound side. That was about a 9-mile stretch. That has wrapped up. So good news there for any commuters that are jumping on to Route 2 this morning. Over in Branford, 95 both directions. Road work out by East Haven and Branford has wrapped up out by 52 and 53. So we're looking good in both directions. Waterbury drive times here, exit 25 to 18, 4 minutes. East and westbound 84. Seymour to Shelton, Route 8, a 6-minute drive. Hartford through the Capitol this morning. No major delays to tell you about there. We'll have another update for you coming up at 6:30.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate it.
Today, the town of Southington is holding a moment of silence in honor of Trooper First Class Aaron Pelletter. He was hit and killed by a truck during a traffic stop on I-84 last week. This
is just one of many things being done to remember him before his funeral on Wednesday. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live in Southington at a memorial that's been set up for Pelletter. Brooke, what are people there doing just to help each other cope with the loss?
Well, very specifically today, there is going to be a moment of silence held at 2:36 this afternoon. Now, while that's something just the town of Southington is calling for, you can, of course, participate in that wherever you are. There's also the memorial here set up in front of the funeral home. It's been growing every day, and it's going to be left up for anybody who would still like to come by at some point this week. Troopers say on Thursday afternoon, Pelletter conducted a traffic stop on I-84 in Southington. While he was standing next to that car, police say a man named Alex Oyola Sanchez veered into the shoulder lane, hitting that trooper. Investigators say Pelletter died on the scene. When Sanchez appeared in court on Friday, he told the judge at the time of the crash that he was on just a various mix of fentanyl, cocaine, and other drugs. Records show that he's currently homeless, jobless, and has a pretty lengthy criminal background, including charges from the FBI and an attempted murder. The courtroom was tense on Friday as this case was discussed.
The loss of his life is unacceptable, and a bond of a seriously high nature needs to be set based upon this defendant's previous conduct.
The court will set the bond in the amount of $1.5 million.
And in the wake of that tragedy, the community has held fundraisers for the family, filled the memorial with flowers and special notes, and paid their respects during that procession. The funeral is set for 11 o'clock on Wednesday morning at the Xfinity Theater in Hartford. Those who would like to honor that trooper are invited to attend. Now, one specific thing that the family is asking for is not to place flowers or balloons or anything. While the memorial is, of course, the right place for that, they say that they really would like people instead to make a donation in Aaron's honor. That is to a foundation called Tunnel to Towers Foundation. And again, they would like you to do that in Aaron Pelletier's name. You can go online or you can go to fox61.com. We have that link for you there. Live in Southington, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.
Okay, Brooke, thank you for that report. Of course, we'll check back with you. And folks, count on us here on Connecticut's news station for continuing coverage as we honor and remember Trooper First Class Aaron Pelletter. And you can be with us on air, online, and streaming through Fox 61 Plus.
In Cromwell, a 4-year-old girl named Brooke opened a lemonade stand to support Pelletier's family. Her mom tells us that her daughter wanted to set up a lemonade stand for a while, but she wanted to make sure it was for something special. Well, Brooke had a lot of customers. She raised $158, all of which will go to the state police, who will give it to Pelletier's family.
The little other component to this is that I have a brother that had passed away due to an impaired driver. So I had been very involved in MAD in the past. And when I had heard kind of the circumstances surrounding Trooper Pelletier's crash, I said, you know, this is something little that we can do to help. Did it make you feel good that it's going to go to other kids?
Yeah.
To make them happy?
Yeah. but not my money that's in my piggy bank.
No, not your piggy bank money.
Yeah.
This is for someone else, huh?
Yeah. What a sweet bee there. Oh my goodness. Well, Brooke's mom says anyone who wants to support her daughter's mission can donate directly to the state police approved GoFundMe page for Pelletier's family. We have a link for that on our website. You can head to fox61.com. Now, the Wolcott community is grieving this morning after a deadly crash over the weekend.
Yeah, that crash killed an 18-year-old and sent 4 other teenagers to the hospital. Fox 61's Angelo Bavaro joins us live outside Wolcott High School with more on the support being offered there this morning. Good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, guys. I'm the superintendent of Wolcott Public Schools telling us that 2 of the teens injured in this crash, they were students here at the high school, and because of that, support staff, other counselors, they will be on hand at the high school for anybody who needs that additional help. Now, as of that last update from police, Wolcott police tell us that 1 of the teens involved in this crash is still in critical condition, and 3 others are at Connecticut Children's Hospital to deal with their injuries. They were also seriously injured in this crash. Now take a look. This is the crash site where this happened. A memorial has been set up there. That is Spindle Hill Road here in Wolcott. Now, crews responding to that scene around 10 o'clock Saturday night on a report of a vehicle that went off the road and hit a tree. When officers got to that scene, they found that vehicle down a small embankment, lying on its side and the front of it on fire. Police say the 18-year-old driver died on scene. The person in the front passenger seat, a 17-year-old, was flown by Lifestar to Hartford Hospital, where he's in critical condition this morning. And there were also 3 people in that back seat, 2 18-year-olds and 1 16-year-old, who police say suffered very serious injuries and are now at Connecticut Children's. The victims not being identified because of their ages. Now, something we do want to clarify, there are reports going around online that these teens were at prom. There was a prom for the high school that night, but police telling us that these teens did not attend that prom. We are live in Wolcott this morning. I'm Angelo Bavaro, Fox 61, Connecticut's news station.